marry him. Y'all are still in love. No, I knew it. This is a historic moment. They just kissed. Oh, you're kidding me. There's no way. These two are so cute. I don't think I will ever get over this. This is gonna be a reading vlog for Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I absolutely fell in love with Powerless. I have a video up on my channel of me just gushing about Powerless because I finished reading it and I needed to tell somebody about it. So I am making a reading vlog for Reckless because I was like, what more fun can that be than just reading and telling you guys about it as I'm reading it. This video is gonna have spoilers in it. I'm so sorry, but like I'm gonna end up reading this and I know I'm gonna want to say something about it, so I'm gonna have spoilers. Sorry. I got the book yesterday and I forgot to film an intro for the video, so I already started reading some of it. Right now I'm on chapter 20. I'm about to start chapter 20, so things have happened and it's pretty good so far and I'm really enjoying it. Some things that I hope to see though is Makoto and Peyton like tag teaming up, or like they both get a chance to tell each other like, hey, this is how much Adina meant to me, because Adina never told Peyton that she had a man's. She never got to say it. So I'm hoping those two come together and just go through their grief together. But yeah, let's just get on into the video. I haven't filmed an intro yet, but I'll film that later. But anyway, I started reading it. I just couldn't help myself. I needed to start reading it. Like, I've been waiting for this for so long. I needed to. I already read the first 3 chapters because I think it was like the special edition chapters in the Barnes & Noble exclusive for Powerless and also Powerful. So I already knew what was going down. But when I got to chapter 4, I was like, oh, this is new information. I'm already, what? On chapter 5. I'm 5 chapters in, and guys, I'm already giggling king my beat. Like, stop. They both tried to kill each other like twice already and failed. The way that Kai still buried the body, even though he's like, we're going after Peyton, he still buried the body of the guy that Peyton killed. He's just too kind. And she watched from the rooftop. She's like, I could throw this dagger at you, but like, you're being so nice. Y'all are still in love. I know you guys are. They haven't even had their first kiss yet. This is the second book, y'all better kiss. But we're gonna see that happen. I know we are. They're going to kiss in this because Lauren Roberts posted like the UK special editions, which I'm like, okay, I want a special edition, but I'm not from the UK. But like, there's like a water scene. Can't wait to get to that. Tensions are high between literally everybody. You got Kit and Kai, they're just like, their relationship, their brotherhood is like all sorts of messed up because they both got put in the positions they don't want to be in, and now it's all set. And then like the queen, is she gonna die? I don't know. That's not Kit's mom, that's Kai's mom, but like, what's gonna happen with that? I don't know. And then the very first, I think it was a prologue, which I read from Powerful, which was like a little excerpt they had at the end. They have a sister, and I'm assuming it's like Kai's actual sister and not Kit's, and that's just Kit's half sister. No clue. But there's a little family tree in the beginning, and we have like this full map, and we have the whole family tree. Her name's Ava Azar, but like, is she half? Yeah, Ava is Kai's sister, and that's Kit's half sister. How'd she die? Was she young when she died? Was she in a battle? Like, is that their older sister? I have questions. I obviously will get them answered, but like, I'm so curious. At first I thought that he was bringing Adina a sticky bun, but then I was like, wait, he shouldn't like Adina because A, they weren't that close, and B, he doesn't like Peyton right now, or so he thinks. But like, now I know it's his sister, but still. I'm about to start chapter 5, where Peyton is like in the Scorches now, but like the chapter right before that, Kai was telling Kit, he's like, I'm gonna bring up a bunch of horses and guys and we're gonna go to the Scorches and look for her. I already know that our girl Peyton's gonna survive the Scorches. I mean, like, she has to, okay? There's more of the book left, but it's only been 3 days since the whole ending of Powerless, and she killed the king, all that kind of stuff, and she was already like all messed up from that and the trial, you know? And also Kai just threw a dagger at your thigh, now you're bleeding profusely, and she's just hobbling around. I know she'll make it, but like, I'm praying for you, girl. Hope you make it out alive. I did find a typo in here. I didn't think I was going to, and I didn't really think that was like a thing, but I did find a typo in here. It's missing an open quote. It's in chapter 4 in Kai's POV, and it's on page 29 if you guys want to look for it. Or maybe it's just my copy, I don't know. But it's at the top of the page, and Kai goes, clearing my throat, I quickly change the subject to more appealing endeavors. There's no open quote, but it goes, if we could visit Gail in the kitchen, she won't stop asking to see you until we eat one of her sticky buns. And then it's like, close quote. There's no open quote. You guys see that? There's no open quote. Like, I got to here and I was like, wait, where's the open? It should have been right here at the we. I mean, like, I'm not crazy, that is a typo. But that's okay. I'm still gonna be enjoying this and eating this up. That has nothing to do with it. Thought I'd put that out there in case if anyone else saw it too. But I'm about to start chapter 5, so I will let you guys know what happens in the next update. This tension, I need to know what happens. I literally have to whisper because it's like 2 a.m. right now. You're kidding me. They just kissed. No, no, stop the presses. Stop the presses. Oh my gosh, hold on, hold on. He literally finds her at the ring, pulls her aside and is like, hey, let's fight. She tries to escape and they go up to the rooftop, pulling daggers on each other. No words. Dude literally goes, prove it. Hate me enough to make me want you. Ruin me. And then I flip the page and it says, our mouths crushed together. You're kidding. I've waited so long for this moment. I wasn't even gonna film right now because I was like, A, I have no makeup on. B, it's like 2 a.m. and I have to whisper. I had to film this. This is a historic moment. He's basically like, whatever we do in the shadows at night doesn't matter. He's like, she is no one and I am nothing. But when the sun comes back up, my duties are back. He's like, I don't care. It's dark. It's after hours. I ain't getting paid. I can do whatever I want. These two are finally kissing. I don't think I will ever get over this. But their reunion. I didn't know what to expect of their reunion. But damn, is it good? Now they're gonna fight in the ring too. She's like, if we go back down there and I win, you'll let me go and I'll be free. If you win, I'll go back with you to Ilya. Willingly. But after they kiss, she's like, don't. Never again. And they both scramble to get the daggers that they dropped on the floor. They put up their masks again and act like nothing happened. And then they go, deal. She ripped his bandana off his face. And then he called her darling. He was like, that was a big mistake, darling. Because he was like, you lost the second you got into the ring because I can easily pull off your headscarf and everyone will see your silver hair. And now, that they can get money for you, girl, dead or alive. So she was like, and pulled off his bandana because she's like, the people here hate the royals. They don't like you or anyone that's got powers. Because everyone there is ordinary. They're just like her. Bitch, she just bit him. He went to pull off her bandana after she pulled off his. And Carly bit his hand. He was like, what was that for? You know what? Good job. I stand. She crazy. But valid. Valid response. She's my property. Just say you love her already, Guy. Come on. Wait. He didn't know. Wait. Guy didn't know that he killed her dad. Like, I know that we all knew that. But I think I forgot that he didn't know that. And that's why she's so pissed at him. Once they get out of the ring and he like unveiled who she was as the Silver Savior and they walk out, they have a talk and he's like, well, you killed the king. And she's like, yeah, the king. Who else was he? A terrible guy, blah, blah, blah. What else was he? And he's like, my father. And she's like, yeah, we're even now. We both did the same thing. And he's just so confused. He's like, what are you talking about? We know that from the excerpt from the other one, that was his first kill. She's like, should I kill you the same way you killed my dad? And he's like, hold up, when was this? Pain and I. And then the guards come and she has to run away again. Damn. I bet he feels bad now. Because he was just like, you killed my dad that came out of left field. No. Your dad was trying to kill her, but you also killed her dad. So you guys are even now. And he's finally putting those pieces together. That is crazy. I just always thought that he knew that, but I guess, how would he have known that? We know that. We've known that. But he didn't know that. They've also had the opportunity to kill each other many times up on the roof, okay? In the ring. Up on the roof again. So many times. When they're literally in the ring, she brought a dagger out, which was against the rules of the ring. She could have killed him right then and there. And then she could have killed him again here when she was like, you killed my dad. These two just can't kill each other. Okay, so basically they got a hotel. One hotel, one bedroom, but she took the bed, he took the floor. He also cleaned up her leg, even though he was the one that like threw the dagger at her again. But that's besides the point, okay? And then as he's cleaning up her leg, he's basically like, oh, I didn't know that was your dad. I didn't know that was your dad that I killed. And basically actually like says the truth and was like, the king, my dad never told me who I was killing. I killed him when I was 14. All this kind of stuff that we already knew. This is good. She finally knows. But also she's like, oh, I don't regret killing your dad. Like, he was a bad person. I don't know what's going on there, but I agree with Peyton because like the king, dude, Dude, you also went after her. I think maybe you deserve to die, especially by her hands and her father's dagger. It was a valid response. But yeah, nothing happened in the hotel other than him cleaning up her wound and him telling her that he didn't know it was her dad that he killed. But they're all like flirting with each other in the hotel. They're back to that like tension of we're enemies flirting though, but like they both shouldn't, but they both like it. I like it too. The vibes are good, the tension is good, the angst is good. But so now he's taking her back through the scorches to go back to Ilya, and they're sharing a horse. Also, anytime his guards say anything to her, like they're all calling her a bitch and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, don't lay a hand on her, don't say anything to her. And I'm like, you still care? Yes, you still care. Even though she's like, oh, he hates me and I'm just like his prize. That's why he's saying that. He doesn't want anyone touching me because I'm his prize. Maybe, but also because y'all still like each other and he still likes you. I'm betting on that. But yeah, he doesn't trust her to be like behind him on the horse, so he put her in front of him, and they're cute. Cute. I know they don't like each other right now, but there's still a little bit of something there, and I'm eating it up. It's cute. Okay. So much has happened. I read a lot last night, but I forgot to update you guys. The sewer, they made out in the sewer. They thought they were gonna die, and they made out in the sewer. Cute. Basically, they made camp in the scorches, and they were like sleeping next to each other because he didn't like trust anyone else to watch her. And then out of literally nowhere, Lenny, Lena, like the rebellion friends that she made from the first book, they just show up out of nowhere and they start killing all of his men with like bow and arrows, and they save her, whatever. They get her back. Kai is now their prisoner, and they're gonna use Kai to like try to make a deal with Kit so they can let Peyton go. That's their plan anyway. They go to Lenny's mom's like little abandoned shack or something indoor. Turns out there's a whole bunch of people there who are like mixed, so they're half elite, half ordinary, so their elite powers are not to full capacity. So there was like one girl who can like go invisible. Her body's there, but her arms go invisible. Kind of weird. That sucks. Someone else, fire abilities, but like only the tips of their fingers instead of like their whole body. So that's what happens when like elites and ordinaries mix, which is also what Kai and Peyton were talking about back at the campsite before they came in and saved Peyton, and now we got to see how that actually happens. But I also don't believe, which, I mean, he better not believe this either. I mean, he's been spending all his time with Peyton. He better not believe that ordinaries carry a disease, because she's not diseased. Like, he was just saying, oh yeah, like the nurse, whatever, the healer told us that ordinaries carry this disease that's gonna diminish elite's power just by being in proximity to them. I think he's like slowly believing that that's not true. Dude, you've been hanging out with her for 2 books now. I think you're okay. And Peyton was all like, my dad was a healer and he didn't see anything wrong with that. But anyway, when they were at the abandoned safe house, whatever, they spent a couple days there. But do you know who comes out in the middle of the night and drugs them and steals them away and locks them in a cage? Raphael. And he has both Kai and Peyton back to back in a cell, tied together. So now they have to just sit there because obviously he wants his coin. So he's like, oh perfect, I'll bring the enforcer and Peyton and I'll get all the money. But yeah, so they sit there and they like chit chat. She kind of like flips out and they like hold hands. It was still a cute moment, okay? I was still eating that up. And obviously they like devise a plan. They end up in the sewers trying to run away. That's their best plan. They're like, we're gonna book it to the sewers. They get in there, pitch black, murky water, okay? Peyton can't swim. They're in there. They get to the edge. It's a wall. There's no gate, no nothing. They just keep running. They don't know where they're going. The sewer water is rising and they're both like, okay, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. And then they're basically just like, do you regret it? No. I hate you, which is like their form of I love you. That's what I'm chalking it up to, is that when they say I hate you, it's them basically saying I love you. Anyway, they're all like, do you regret it? No, they don't regret kissing each other. They don't regret any of their time together, actually. And then they just make out in the sewer water. So gross, but like, it's cute. But there's a gate above them. Kai's holding on to Peyton because Girly can't swim. They're about to drown. He pulls her up at the top, lets her out, and then he sinks to the bottom. She's like up at the top. She's like, I could leave. I could just leave him right now. She doesn't. She goes back down and saves him, pulls him out of the water, resuscitates him. Bro wakes up, and then they're all like, oh my gosh, whatever, let's pretend that didn't happen, whatever. And then he ties a shackle to both of their legs. Now they're just tied together. They're about to have a moment, and he ruins it by being like, He's like, you're still my mission and I need to bring you back. So now they're stuck together little like shackles, little chains at the end of their ankles. The tension is getting great, and then being tied together, like they're already spent this time together, but now they're, yeah, y'all are like in it for the long haul now. Don't know what's gonna happen, but you guys are going somewhere and it's going to be together. So also just want to point out, I did find typos. I found more typos. And also, I have tried to stay off the internet because I don't want to get any spoilers, but other people have also seen the typos. And I don't know if it's just in the Barnes & Noble copy. A little bit unfortunate to see typos in here. I know there was one more that I'm missing because as I was reading it, there was one, but I forgot to tab it, so I don't remember where it's at. But I did tab some more. On page 170, we get, she gives me a dull look. What is this about, Prince? Open quote, your deal with the king. Close quote, I hold her gaze. Open quote, trading me for your freedom. No close quote, but different line, and then it goes no open quote again. It won't work. Close quote. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of funky because like these should be on the same line or not, or there should be like a close quote, open quote. I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel like something's missing. And then there's also this other one that I found on page 122, and I think she meant to write begins, but she wrote beings. I don't know. It says she bites the inside of her cheek against a wince as she beings, unrolling her pant leg. I suppose I should thank you. I think it should say begins. And I think that is what it's supposed to be. No? See? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's sad to see there are typos in here. Some people are saying, oh, because it's rushed, whatever. I haven't finished the book yet. I don't know. I'm still getting great vibes from it. A lot of people have opinions on this. I have no clue. I also heard there's like some discourse now happening with Red Queen. I haven't read Red Queen. I don't know, but I am enjoying the story. I'm just sitting here vibing, reading my book. That's all. Don't know what's gonna happen now. They're both chained together. They were supposed to have this plan, the rebellion, or what's left of the rebellion, because like there's no rebellion left over. Everyone's kind of just scattered and like trying to survive. There's also a chapter in Kit's POV, and he's having a hard time dealing with being the king, and he hasn't like left his room in like weeks. He's throwing meals out the window still. Now he's taking advice from Callum, who is the rebellion leader. I don't know what's happening. He walked into Kit's office, his study, and was all like, take this box. You have to follow your father's or the king's wishes. Remember the 3 B's that he said? Brave, benevolent, bold, whatever. I forgot 3 B's because I'm not the king. I don't know. And then he takes it. I don't know what's in the box. I was like, is he gonna marry somebody? Is he gonna marry Peyton? That can't happen though. That was people's like conspiracy theory about this book. They were like, oh, they're gonna have to get married for convenience, and then Kai won't be able to marry her. I don't know. But was it a ring in the box? I mean, I know we'll find out, but like, and people hate her. Shouldn't he hate her because she killed the king? I mean, he does, but like he still has feelings. He's like writing in his notebook or whatever, poems about her, I think. No clue. These two, every time they kiss, they go, it's just pretend. We're pretending, it doesn't matter. Stop. First, they pretend to hold hands and be a couple so they can steal a skirt. And now, second, y'all be making out on a wall, pretending to be lovers. Pretending? Okay, sure. So that the guy from the inn does not get them. They're like, oh no, he's pretending like that kiss didn't mean anything to him, so I'm gonna act like it didn't mean anything. And then he's like, oh, she's acting like it didn't mean anything. She's unfazed. I'm gonna act like it doesn't mean anything. Y'all need to get it together. Hey guys, I'm almost done with the book. I'm on chapter 39, and they just got that water scene where they jumped into the pool and they made out, and they were like, let's just pretend. Let's just pretend underneath the stars. And it was really cute. It was just vibes. This whole book, I feel like, is just filler and vibes. I know that something big happens at the end of this book, like cliffhangery, I think, and everyone's like super mad at it. I don't know. I'm kind of just vibing with what is given to me right now. They're falling back in love. I just know it. They keep saying they're pretending. This is the most cutesy they've been the whole time, like back to the first book. You know what I mean. But anyway, they're trying to get back to Ilia. They're still chained together. They slept the night in a barn or something, and now they're going through, what is it? The Sanctuary of Souls, which was supposed to be like a cemetery for all the royals, but like it's not, and now it's just a bunch of bandits are there, which I kind of don't understand because I know it's just like a big cemetery now, but how do bandits live there? Like, what are the bandits doing in the cemetery? Are they like grave diggers? No one likes to go in there. They'd rather go through the scorches than get hit by the bandits if they're trying to get to Ilia. But like, so the bandits just live in there? We haven't seen any yet, which I'm sure we're going to, but why do they live there? What's the purpose? I don't know. So they make camp for the night in the Sanctuary of Souls. They got their horse, they're chit-chatting, and then they dance. I forgot. She's asking them questions and they slow dance, just like they did in the trials. They're so cute. Oh, and they have this conversation about why she's an ordinary, because she should be a mix because her mom was an ordinary, her dad was a healer. So he's like, why are you not mixed? And she's like, are you insinuating that my mother cheated on my dad? And he's like, okay, sorry. I don't know, is that what we're alluding to, foreshadowing that like maybe she does actually have power, maybe she doesn't, something in her past or like her family tree, like I don't know. And then he shows her how to ride a horse, sleigh, and they find these arrows that are like lodged wherever on the floor, so they're like picking them up as they go, and they're like, okay, there has to be a bow runner somewhere. They find a bow, they like crawl up this hill, cliff, rocks, they get up there, and then on the other side, I don't know how to imagine this, but like on the other side there's like trees and a big grass patch and this cool lake pool situation going on, and then they're like, should we go for a swim? So then they go for a swim. Also, Girly doesn't know how to swim, but she's like, I'm gonna get in there. So obviously they're chained together, so they both have to go in there. These two just be flirting in the pool the whole time, and then they just like make out, and it starts raining too. So perfect. So perfect. And this is where you feel like their feelings are really kind of real, because every other time they kissed, it was for anger, they had to prove a point, or like something, or was a distraction. That's how we got the chain on her. But this time it was because they wanted to. There was no one they were trying to fool. It was like for pretend is what they said, but it was because they wanted to. Yes. So they just chit chat, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry for the life that I gave you, basically. We found out more about Ava. He just like freely gave up this information to Peyton. Oh, it was a whole braiding scene. He's like, are you jealous of my 4-year-old dead sister? Okay, we had to just drop that on us. Ava was never like told to the kingdom that she was born. Like the queen wasn't supposed to have another kid. She was unplanned. Ava was like sick. She only lived to be 4 years old. She was a crawler, but like she was super sick, and then she died, and she didn't even get buried inside of like the rest of the cemetery. She's underneath the willow tree, which we know that from the first chapter we got where he brings the little cake, the little sticky bun. That was Ava. And then he just goes on a compliment spree, and he's like, you remind me of Ava. I feel like she would have been like you if she was still alive or in another life, like strong and independent, blah blah blah, all this stuff, reckless and bold. Like, Mans is in love. You're in love. We all know it. It's true. She is in love as well, but he's still trying to bring her back. So, and that's also what kind of like taints what's happening, because he's like, that's the elephant in the room. I still have to bring you back. Don't know what he's gonna do to you, but where's that part? He goes, I'm not sure what you do without me. She's like, if I was free, I'd be doing whatever the hell I want. And he's like, oh, cage matches and living in crumbling buildings. And she's like, no, at least I wouldn't be bed rotting in a cell. And he's like, I won't let that happen. So what's your plan when you bring her back? You don't want her dead, and you don't want her rotting in a cell. What's gonna happen? Thank you for not possibly let her rot in a cell. That's the bare minimum. But like, I don't think he knows. She doesn't know. Kate doesn't know. They're just like, we just need to get back together. We need to get the band back together and regroup, because someone betrayed someone. Oh yeah, and we still don't really know what's up with Kit, and he's just furiously writing letters to, I'm assuming, Peyton and the king, and he's just like getting stuff off his chest. He's a journal girl, and he's just trying to get it out there, so it's not in his thoughts but on paper. That's what I'm thinking. But he hasn't shown his face to his kingdom in like weeks, and everyone thinks he's mad and crazy, which like he might be. They're gonna end up back in Ilia, which I feel like is the only way to progress the story, so whatever. And she stopped trying to fully escape, because now they're kind of like even playing field, but they're kind of just going through the motions and realizing that they still have feelings for each other, even though they want to deny it. The feelings are there. This book is just vibes. I'm just enjoying these two hanging out, really. This whole book is literally just them just chilling and like threatening to kill each other but not actually doing it because they're in love. I'm literally just sitting here giggling, kicking my feet the whole time reading it. I'm like, oh, no, he did not just say that. I'm gonna continue reading, and I will be back when I have another update. There's also another typo where there's an extra the added. It's on page 285, and I think it's Peyton's talking, and it's, I give myself several seconds to adjust the temperature before tugging at the chain with my foot. Come on, it's more like your fancy palace bathwater, but tugging at the chain. There's an extra the right there. I know there was another one I missed. I was reading it way further back. It was somewhere early in the first couple chapters. I have to go back and look for it when I'm finished, because it's really bugging me that I can't find it, but I forgot to tab it. But That's another error. There's another typo on 256 that says the word echoes in my skull, sounding different from every time prior, and she spelled skull wrong. She spelled skull with a C instead of a K. So right there, that's not good. Hold up. Her dad's not even her dad. She found the journal entries from her dad's journal. He was talking about her mom and how he helped everyone and how the healers have been paid off by the king to say that there's a disease. Anyway, he talks about how he met an ordinary woman who was sick when he was helping her. He married her, they had a kid, he couldn't save her, she lost too much blood, and Alice, his wife, and the baby died, and he buried them in the backyard of his house. And then days later, he heard a knock on the door and a baby on his doorstep, which was Peyton, with the name picked out, silver hair and everything. So we don't know who her parents are. Her dad is not her dad, and her mom did not die of an illness. So he just been lying to her and saying, oh, you're my kid, which is like fine, he adopted her. But also, what does this mean? Does she have powers? Who were her actual parents? I mean, Kai would be able to tell if she had powers. So maybe she just is an ordinary, period. Who were her parents then? I hope they're not related. Please, for the love of God, do not make them somehow related. I don't know why my mind went there, but we don't need like another Shadowhunters and Jason Clare moment. No. Now they're both having this revelation moment because Kai just found out through their journal entries that the king had been paying off healers to say that there was an undetectable disease found in ordinaries that would weaken elites. And now he's all like, oh, so I just killed a bunch of innocent people. Like, I needed to believe that that was true, because now it just means everything I've done was terrible. Which, I mean, he was killing people anyway, which was bad. But like, now there's no excuse. He was just like, I was blindly following the king. And I really did just kill a bunch of innocent people. They were always innocent, but he always thought that, oh, okay, there's a reason I'm doing this, for the greater good. Nah, he was just straight up murdering people. Interesting. This is like the first real plot thing that's happened this whole time out of like all of these pages. Probably this is the first, like, the disease is fake. We already knew that. I feel like that was a given. It's been mentioned numerous times. I felt like we just knew that. I mean, the kingdom maybe doesn't. Like, I felt Kai would just be like, okay, I know that information now because we've said it so many times, and she like hardcore believes it, and you've been hanging out with her this whole time. Do you feel your power is dwindling? No. Think about what happened before you knew. He always thought she was a psychic, okay? So he never thought anything. But after he found out, wasn't he like, hey, nobody's powers were weakened, even though she was hanging out with us for like weeks? You know? So bandits just shot at them from the middle of nowhere in the road, and they got Kai. So she has to go and kill them all with the bow and the arrows that they gathered. Now that he's hurt, she's like, I'm seeing red. I'm gonna kill whoever did this. She killed them all, and she's like, I've now killed 7 people, and she's flipping out, but he's bleeding out. He has an arrow in his shoulder. He's like, you're done, okay, you did it. I wish I could have done it for you. My soul is already stained enough for the both of us. Okay, stop. This bitch just goes, sometimes I'm envious that you were the one to kill my father. There it is. I'm waiting for that one because he didn't like his dad. I was waiting for him to come to the realization that your dad was a piece of shit, so you should be happy that he's dead. No? And he also came after your girl, and now he's like, I'm kind of envious that you were the one to do it. Thank you for learning. He goes, and the worst part is that I'm supposed to hate you for it, but you are much harder to hate than he was. End of story. Yeah, both of them are like, it's getting harder and harder to hate you, and you know what's being replaced by that hate? Care and love. Yes, dude, it's always a bob. Anytime the main character has some long ass hair and they're always like, cut it, I need to be free, they always cut it like, she's got blood, his blood in her hair. She feels like it's too much, okay? Her hair goes down to her butt, and he, I think, cuts it up here. It's like Tangled, Flynn giving her a bob, except he is dying. This is Tangled. I think he might be bleeding out, but they're gonna reach Ilya in the morning and then he's fine. It's always the second book where the girlie gets a bob. Divergent. That was my shit in middle school. She gets bob in Insurgent. Not the movies though. She gets pixie cut in the movies. That's a different story because Fall in Our Stars and everything like that. In Allegiant, that's the bob that she was supposed to get. You know what? It's gonna grow out. It's gonna look pretty. Bob life. What's Callum's plan that Kit is okay with. And what's in the stupid little box? Is it a ring? Is he gonna try to marry Peyton? I don't know. First of all, I don't know how Callum has gotten Kit to trust him when he was the rebellion leader. Does he know that he's a mind reader? Is Callum's plan to have Kit marry Peyton to help like bridge the gap between the ordinaries and the elite? Is that the plan? Is the box not a ring? Why would Kit listen to Callum? I don't know. And if that were to happen, that would be terrible because Kai and Peyton need to be together, and that can't happen when you marry the brother. Maybe inside the box instead is Kai's ring, like the enforcer ring, because before he left on his mission to go get Peyton, he said he took off the ring that he had, which like appointed him as enforcer, and said, give this back to me when you trust me. So maybe inside of the velvet box is the enforcer ring and he's gonna give it to someone else. Is Callum gonna be the enforcer? I don't know, but he's carrying around in his pocket like he can't let anyone see it or touch it, and it's like super important. So is it the enforcer ring and he's gonna give it to someone else, letting Kai off the hook, and then him and Peyton can be together? I don't know. They're literally in Flower Field right now dancing, and he's like, do you regret it, her short hair? And she's like, no. He literally goes, because I've always had a thing for short hair, which is literally Tangled, because I've got a thing for brunettes. You're kidding. It's true, among other things, of course. Short hair, ocean blue eyes, 28 freckles. And how tall are you? You are kidding. That is so cute. Just lists off everything that she is. They can literally see the castle from where they're standing. Don't take her to Ilya. Don't take her back to the castle. There's no way he's gonna let anything happen to her. Like, let's be real for a second. There's no way he's gonna let her get killed because he's the one that's gonna have to do it, and there's no way that's gonna happen. There's no way he's gonna let her rot in a cell. Banishment, maybe, but she was trying to like leave, so no. Unless Kit appoints a new enforcer and then has that enforcer either torture or kill Peyton, whatever, which I don't think Kai's gonna let that happen. So like, what is the real plan here? They are so deep in their relationship now, even though they want to like pretend and not admit that it's there. I think they're at a point now where they've mended whatever broken bond they have. They came to an understanding, and there's no way he's gonna let Kit do anything to her or have Kit make him inflict any type of anything on her. I don't think so. There's absolutely no way. I only have this little bit left, but I have to go eat dinner now. So I'll get back to this later. Oh my gosh. How's this gonna end? I don't know. I finished eating dinner and I'm back. So let's finish this book. They're making flower crowns. They're making flower crowns. These are so cute. But he's literally leading her to her impending doom. I feel like every time I turn on the camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, but oh my gosh. So he's like, what did my father do to you? I think he like sees the scar that's going down because she's wearing like a tank top or something. And she's like starting to like fight him. She's like throwing punches and all this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, 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 girl. He just wants to know what happened. She's like, why won't you fight me? And he's like, because the next time I lay a hand on you, I only ever want it to be in a caress. You're kidding. You're kidding. Okay. Okay. Got it. He said it. He finally said it. He goes, do you think I could have stopped if I tried? She goes, stop what? And he goes, stop myself from falling in love with you. We have been waiting so long. Finally. So glad he said it, because God knows she was not going to. Gotta put a tab on that. Okay, but now that you love her and you've stated that you love her, what are you gonna do now? You're really just gonna hand her over to be, I don't even know what, tortured, threatened? Like, I'm an ordinary, you're an elite. Not out here, I'm not. Oh my gosh, he's like, we could go live. We could run away together. Is that what he's saying? Why are you doing it right now? You're literally about to hand her over. So we're all running away together or what? When's the wedding? Like, I will be there. You asked me what my favorite color was. Oh my gosh. No. No. You asked me what my favorite color was once. I had never even pondered to answer that question before you, and yet I realized in that moment that it was blue. It is your eyes. Okay, wrap it up. Just, book's over. Book's over. We're leaving it at that. Book's over. I don't know what the ending is. I don't need to know because they're happy and in love. And if you break my heart, pay you'll break me. But if even a sliver of your soul longs for me, I'll spend the rest of my life trying to deserve it. marry him. Is he gonna put a ring on it or what? Are you gonna wipe her up? Like, what's going on? Is she gonna say I love you back? Like, are they running away together? Please, that would be great, honestly. Then the book would just wrap up here and it'd be over, but there's another book, so they can't run away together. But like, ideally, I think that would be best. And there's more to this world we don't even know. Like, they could cross the ocean, hopefully live, and then just run off, scurry, make a new life, you know? They forgave each other. I won't spend the rest of my life hating you for saving yourself. I know why you did what you did, and I hope you understand why I did the same. Call me crazy, I don't care. Just call me yours. Baby, I just wanna be yours. I wanna be. That's right here. He was trying to let her go, but it turns out Kit's men found him. I guess he had people like on the outskirts of the castle, and so now they're running from them, but he's like, come on, pretend. Now they have to pretend to hate each other when they were pretending to like each other before. So now the tables have turned, things have flipped. But yeah, she's like, I can't say that I love him because the people that I love always seem to leave, and I don't want to mourn him loudly when I can love him silently. I don't get it, because she's like, I don't want to keep running, and he's like, no, you have to go, and then I'll just spend the rest of my life looking for you. And she's like, I don't want that. So that was their plan, but now the guys are coming, so like, I don't know. She's like, I'm sick of running. I won't spend the rest of my life doing it unless I'm running back to you. And he's like, I'll spend the rest of my life looking for you in the shadows. He's like, glimpsing you in the shadows, fighting you in the streets, dancing with you in my dreams, because living without you is only bearable when I know you are out there still living too. So he's like, I'd rather have you live out there and me like chase you for the rest of my life and have us have our moments together than you here in a cell probably dying. Okay, but now that's probably gonna happen anyway. He's like, play along. I don't know what his plan is, because these guys coming up on them. I don't know, but everyone's really mad at this ending, and maybe the book just ends at chapter 46 for me and I don't read the rest of it, you know? Like, so the guys came and they took them to the palace. They walked in on like a meeting, so like every other like representative is there. Before they walked in, he flicked her nose basically to be like, love you, remember, we're pretending here. So Peyton's kneeled in front of the throne. You got Kai sitting next to her. Kit, just, you were supposed to be here days ago. What happened? Kai's like, unforeseen circumstances, as you can tell by the way we look. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm on chapter 49. I only have like 4 pages left. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Any other unforeseen circumstances I should know of? That's Kit asking Kai. I can't tell you in front of all these people. Literally everyone is there. Can't it just be the core 3 just talking? There's a lot of stuff people don't know, but you 3 need to work something out. He goes, okay, good, because I have special plans for her. I'm scared. But I assure you that my future decisions are anything but crazed, and I will explain them all to you in due time. I'm so scared to turn the page. I literally have my hand covering the page because I'm so scared. No! No, I knew it. Oh, you're kidding me. There's no way. I knew it. You are to be my bride. You're kidding. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Why? Why? These two, Peyton and Kai, just solidified what they were. Was he actually asking though? When he said any other unforeseen circumstances, was Kit actually asking? Like, did he really want the tea? Was he like, are you guys back together? Like, what's happening? Like, did you guys make that official? Would he have not done that though if he knew that Kai and Peyton were together? He probably, I don't know. Oh my gosh. No epilogue with Kai. I think I'm drowning. Wait, we have to see them get married. Is he gonna like, I object? Like, marriage to someone who isn't me, marriage to someone I will spend the rest of my life serving. I'll lose her forever while being forced to watch. I can't even look at her. I'm a coward morphing back into the monster I was when she found me. Is this on purpose to punish both of them, but also to punish himself? Because he feels shitty? Is this his way to punish all 3 of them? Because Kai's gonna have to watch, they're in love, they want to be together. Now he's gonna have to serve Kit, and then he feels terrible, so he's like, let me marry her. But also he's got a thing for her a little bit. Like, did he get over her? I don't know. There's only one more after this. This is a whole setup just for the next one. This is how I lose her, not by death, but by something just as binding. And to think I wasted so much time trying to hate her, to think I won't have enough time to love her. And my heart aches because every beat belongs to her, and I may never get to tell her that. I mean, you kind of did a little bit, but like, you guys won't be able to get married. You guys should just ran off together. And then Kit looks right at Kai, and Kai's like, freaking out, looking at it anywhere else but him. So he knows. He has to know. This will be the rest of my life, forced to love her from a distance, mourn the loss of her each day. It was supposed to be my forever. Now I'll watch her become someone else's because the beast doesn't get the beauty. Oh, I don't like a Beauty and the Beast retelling though. Not my favorite last line. then you get acknowledgements. But I think this one has the extra chapter. I don't care about Kit's past because his future is not one that I enjoy. Dude, why are you doing this? They just had to make a villain out of somebody. But why is Callum doing this? Because Callum was the one that put him up to this. They better end up together in the third book or I'm gonna sue. I'm pissed. Wow, okay, I guess I'll read Kit's POV, a special moment from 6 years ago, even though that's not gonna help me with the way I feel right now. Well, I finished it. That was crazy. I knew that ending was gonna happen. I could just see it happening. I didn't want it to, but I knew. Now I can look at all the TikToks and like see what everyone's talking about. I know that some people hate this book. I do know that. I've been scrolling past all spoilers and everything like that, but I know a lot of people who loved Powerless hate this book. I feel like this one wasn't that bad. There were a lot of typos, which isn't the best, obviously. I know people were also saying that this book felt boring and that there wasn't really a plot. There is no plot. It's just vibes. I think it's a setup for the next book. We needed to get our main characters back to a good place and mend their relationships so they can be lovers and not enemies anymore. And then to go ahead and break it and add Kit into the mix. It was all a setup, I think, just for that ending. There wasn't a whole lot that did happen. I didn't think there would be. I don't really know where else this world can go because we already had our big fight, the rebellion and everything in the beginning. All we can do now is try to get Kit to change what's going on in the kingdom, but I feel like there's not any more real big fights that need to happen. I do agree there wasn't really a plot in this. I enjoyed just letting them vibe and mend their broken bond, so I was really happy about that. I'm glad I got to see that. I don't know, I didn't mind having not a whole lot of plot. There were like certain things that happened to just kind of progress their relationship, to see them together alone instead of with other people and other factors. Yes, Kai still had to get them back to Ilya, but like that whole journey back was pretty much just them repairing their relationship. I enjoyed it. Yes, there wasn't a whole lot like the first book, but I still liked it. There was a lot of tension, a lot went down. We had so many great scenes of them finally kissing. We didn't get any in the first book, and then we got what, 3 or 4 kissing scenes. So good. I will just forever love their tension they got going on. Something about it, I don't know why, these characters just like scratch an itch in my brain, and I don't know why, but I just like really love them. But I will give it a 4 out of 5 just because I still loved the tension and the angst was going on. But there are a lot of typos, which I feel like should not have been in the book. I don't know what's going on with that. Like the first book, it's one of those books where you either love it or hate it. Some people who love the first one hate the second one. Some people who hated the first one are actually really liking this. I don't know. I'm one of the people who just enjoyed both of them so far. I gave Powerless a 5 out of 5 stars and I gave Reckless a 4 out of 5 stars. I had a fun time, okay? I did read the extra chapter from Kit's POV that was 6 years ago, and it was just him and Kai hanging out with Ava by the willow tree when she was still alive. And it was just like seeing their dynamic as boys and like how much Kai really did love Ava, and Kit kind of just felt secluded from it because he was like, they're actually siblings. He was like, I hope that my father will one day look at me like Kai looks at Ava, kind of just like there's just love and care there, and he never really got that from his father. Obviously, neither son got that, but I think Kai definitely got it worse since like he would torture him. Kit just always felt like he wasn't good enough, which yes, still bad. One's more physical abuse and the other is mental abuse, so both terrible things. These two need to have a chit chat now that they're adults pretty much and just figure stuff out, because they were so innocent and cute when they were little, and then in Powerless they were literally the best of friends, and now everything is all messed up. A little chit chat between Kit and Kai, not Enforcer and King, just y'all just need to chit chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. I will hopefully film some more soon. I'm thinking about doing an ACOTAR series because I have not delved into that world yet. It kind of scares me because I know that it's going to change my life. I know it's going to be one of those canon events and I'm kind of scared for it, but I do have all the books, so I should just read them. But I don't know, let me know if you guys want to see a reading vlog for that because I feel like it'd be fun. But yeah, that was my reading vlog of Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the book. If you guys loved it or hate it, I would love to know your guys' opinions and thoughts. Bye guys!